Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today you can see by the title that I'm I'm reviewing another modular building. So this one, I'm sorry you guys that you can't see the entire thing. Let me just tilt up. You guys can see all the way up there. Try not to show. Yeah, there we go. You can see all the way up there and just a little bit over there. Here's a behind the scenes. Yeah, going all the way down. This is the tallest modular set, and yeah, this set was when it came out. It came out for $200. I know I didn't mention the price of the at least I just recorded the what is it, what set, it's the newest modular, the bookshop. Yeah, I recorded that just maybe about an hour ago, or yeah, I finished recording that almost an hour ago. But yeah, now I'm just moving on to this one. So yeah, this one, this is the tallest modular, and this set came out in 2010. And yeah, it's obviously, I mean, if you have this set, then yeah, I mean, like, obviously that's cool. But yeah, you can't get this any more easily. You'll have to pay like hundreds of dollars for this on eBay or Amazon, wherever you want. So yeah, this set, it has 8 minifigures tying in with the Assembly Square set that came out in 2017. You guys hopefully will see a review on that set. That set came out in 2017 to celebrate 10 years of modular buildings, because you know the Cafe Corner, aka the first modular building, came out in 2007. So without further adu, let me just get on to the minifigures, or at least get onto the set. So while I just turn the light towards here, one of my lights, you guys can see that this here is a little boy, and this is back when they in the modular building sets they only had the classic smiley face, as I've started calling it from this video that I watched a long time ago. He has a cool torso which depicts an astronaut, or I guess a couple of astronauts, with the classic space logo on his torso right there, and you can see he has a popsicle stick. And yeah, he's a cool figure with the black hair, and this actually might be my favorite character or figure in the set. And he's got the little child small legs with the green arms. Yeah, and there's no back face printing on this one right here. But yeah, so that's the first character, and I'll bring the second one up in a minute. So this is a little girl right here. Let's see, she's holding a magnifying glass, which it does work, and you'll notice that there's a lot of dust on this stuff, because I've had it in this one corner of my room for a while, and I've just kind of had it, I guess you could say, I mean, it had been on display for a while, but you can see there's a bunch of dust right here, especially right here. Watch this. Lot of dust. You can see that right there. Just gonna casually just wipe that on my pants, or my shorts. So you can see, yeah, she's got this little magnifying glass, and she's got the red legs. Let me just take this hair off. I can yeet it off here, and then she's got a cool torso right there with the flowers, and then I'll turn around. There's a string or ribbon hanging down here, and obviously no double-sided face. And this hair piece is pretty cool. And yeah, I remember the morning I remember building the first floor of this set, and just, you know, in general building it. It was a cool thing. And I remember you build the first floor, or at least bags. The part one builds this, and it's a huge amount of bricks. So let me just put this girl back, and I'm just gonna zoom back in so we can only focus on the minifigure. So this is there's like a wedding day here happening. So this is the groom, obviously. You can see he's got a cool torso print, and this is back when they wouldn't really print the backs of the torsos. But it's cool to have this kind of, I don't know, I guess you could maybe, I don't know, legacy might not be the right word, but it's a cool top hat piece. It's kind of in the same shape as Mr. Gold, which is a character that came out in 2013 for the collectible minifigure series 10. And is that yeah, that's a hair. I'm looking through the camera, so yeah, or now I'm not anymore. What is that? I'm trying to get this out really quick. Just move his arm up. All right, there we go. So yeah, he's not carrying anything, but he's got a nice or classic smiley face. And here we go. We have the groom here, and here's when they had these old flower pieces that I don't think they use anymore. You would kind of break them off from there would be 4 for each cluster, and you can see there's kind of like a little bit right there, and I don't know, you can see it's right, just right here, and then yeah, right there. She's got a cool printed torso with showing a necklace and then her dress, and there's no printing on this part right here, or this, But we do have the yeah, some printing on the back of the torso, which I'll take it off. You can see right there, it's a nice printing. Yeah, obviously we're just gonna put her hair back on because we don't want her to be bald for the wedding. So next we have the mayor, or at least what you'd think he'd be. So here he has gray hair and a cool torso that apparently, or as far as I know, it was originally in the Lego Alien Conquest series from 2011, which, yeah, it's got a cool printing, like a pinstripe. I think that's what it's called, like going all the way down. There's a pen in the pocket, and then a cool metallic gold tie. You can see it glistening. And then there's more pinstripes down here. And he's got a brown suitcase, which this may have been the first time that I got this piece, which I was excited about at the time. Oops, sorry about that. So here we have the janitor of the set, which he's pretty much dressed all in blue, and there's no printing on the back. He's got the Santa Claus beard, which in my last video I mentioned that it was from the... it was featured with the Santa. I don't know if it was first featured there. I mean, it was probably first. Yeah, I don't know if it was first featured here either, but it came with the Santa Claus minifigure from Series 8 of the collectible minifigures from 2012, maybe. But he's got a lot of work detailing. Or I'm actually gonna move one of my other lights out. There we go. Now we have more light here. You can see he's got a pen and then some. I forget what those are called. And then he's got the overalls on. Yeah, it's a really cool minifigure, and he just fell over. You guys couldn't see that. Here we have what someone can assume is the secretary for the mayor. Nowadays, or in the Downtown Diner set from 2018, they had this same torso piece, but there was printing on the back here. But obviously, like I said, this is a time when they didn't print the backs, so I don't know. At least that's just from my own knowledge, that they wouldn't print the backs of the minifigure torsos, or some of them. Obviously, you saw with the mayor, there's obviously printing on the back compared to the secretary. But yeah, she's got a cool hair piece. It kind of swoops up like that, like kind of looks like the half of a mustache if you think about it. There's this, like, it looks like a kerchief or handkerchief. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And then she's got the purple legs, which is a cool color to get the legs in. And then here we have the press member, which, yeah, and I don't know if I said the mayor was from the Alien Conquest. It's the torso, and like the torso that comes with it. And this one also is from Alien Conquest 2, the press, with a press badge. She's got another pinstripe uniform and then a cool brown hairpiece, which I've gotten in other colors many times, let me tell you that. And then we have her in the dark green legs. And yeah, this set, I don't think, it used to be the most expensive one, but when the Assembly Square came out, it went down to second place. So let me just get all these characters aside. And now let's see, what should we focus on? So what I'm gonna do, how am I gonna do this, is I'm gonna focus on, yeah, like I did in the other one, or actually, I'll just focus on the bottom floor first, or actually the outside, like just the outside. Actually, I'll just do it by floor by floor. So you can see there's two potted plants, or two potted flowers over here, and then there's these nice columns right here, which obviously they're replicas of each other. And then here's the lamppost, which, a funny thing, in 2014 when they had the Parisian restaurant, they had the lamppost just kind of stick on a stud, so it was about this tall. But before then, it would just be in the ground like this, which is really interesting. But yeah, they don't do that anymore. And you might think, like, why am I not changing it so that it matches up with the new ones, or just making it so that the new ones don't have that piece underneath it to buffer this, if you know what I mean. I just want to leave it authentic, you know what I mean. And then these are skeleton legs right here, which makes an interesting design. And then there's a cool shield piece with croissant pieces, believe it or not. And yeah, there's a nice sidewalk right here, and I really like the steps coming up here. So if I looked around really quick, like we can just have the man, the man and the woman, just coming down the stairs to get married right there, and then we could have just not the mayor. I mean, on the back of the box, which I think the box is up in the attic in my house right now. It has these specific characters. Pretty much all the girls, excluding the bride. Like, they just have them, but their arms are up and they're cheering. And then this guy right here, or the guy, and then the broom is the the broom. The bride, she's throwing her flowers up into the air. Oh yeah, let me just quickly yeet them out of the way. So yeah, there's these cool doors right here. I'm gonna shine this more in this direction. The doors in the set, yes, they're not like, they're obviously brick built, as you guys can see, and it's like they have it so it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of hard to get into there. But you guys can see there's a checkerboard pattern in there. But let me just close these doors. Let's see. Okay, what are we gonna show now? So turning around, and yeah, this is I think, I don't know, this might not be the heaviest modular. Maybe it's the assembly square now. But you guys can see there's the Technic pins right there, which obviously connects to other modulars. We won't spend too much time on that. We have the back here, which is it looks really cool, and you can see there's a huge amount of dust. Let me just, not the most ideal thing, but yeah, whatever. It's probably not the right attitude. It's not the right attitude, but yeah. So we've got a nice little back door here, which actually, yeah, I should point this out. There's just reminded. I would just keep it stored in there. This is the press's camera, which is made up of 9 pieces. Yeah, it's a really you can see there's total like so much dust, and this is 4 studs long. The door opens. Here's a little light right here, and there's these cool windows. Which there's an auditorium behind here, and I always used to love just looking at the set, having it around. And then there's a cool there's vine details, I guess you could call it that. And then this thing, you guys will find out what that is in a little bit. And then there's, if I can get these open, like this is actually the most that I've interacted with the town hall in such a long time. I would just have it. I actually just had it on the floor down there for the longest time. You guys can see there's something in the way right there, and I'll let you guys know what that is in a little bit. But it's one of its kind. It was one of a kind for these sets. So is that a spider web in the window? Oh, you guys can't see. Let's see. There's actually something from another set that I stored up here. Let me just get that out. It's at the very top. So, let me just try and get everything down here. So, yeah. Let's do this. So you see, that's where you come in right there. And actually, I'm gonna move the camera closer. Make sure it doesn't fall. So you guys can see right there. There's the checkerboard pattern that I told you about, and then there's a nice little archway right here. But it's really hard to, get your hands down in here. At least, I mean, I have big hands. And there's some nice dark green coloring right there. You guys can't really see, but I'm going to bring this over here and then shine it down in there. Man, might as well do it like this just so you guys can get a better perspective. And there's what is that? Oh, that's a dead bug in there. Let me just get a tissue. Just right over here. I didn't know there was there are dead animals in here. Just try and get this out. Yeah, I got it. There we go. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of dust. Try and get this thing here if I can. Sorry about this, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, I'm gonna try and make sure it's not on my hands anymore. I'm just actually gonna take the light. Alright, I don't see it anymore. We're good. Alright, let's continue. So this is the secretary's office, or at least what I originally thought it was. You can see there's a dollar bill right there. Let me just tilt this down here. The camera may fall. Just a little heads up, guys. So you can see there's a little plant in the bottom left corner. There's the computer right there. The drawer is kind of open. Can I reach it from here? And there's a cool fez. This is a Lego fez piece, which you can see how much it's like if you have here, it just kind of blocks out all the light. You can see there's like I said, the fez piece, and then the $100 bill. And there's I just turn it all the way around. But we're not gonna focus on that part yet. You guys can see, you can see there's 2 red cabinets stacked on top of each other. And then you can see the blue right there, which is the seat for the secretary. And then there's a green door right here. And then, let's see, where should we go next? Let's just go, let's turn this thing back around. You guys this is really huge. Like it's, compared to a minifigure. Let's get the like a normal sized mini or an adult minifigure in here. You can see that, or it's, I guess it's kind of bad with perspective. Yeah, it's pretty huge. So let's see, what was it? Yeah. Okay, so let's just look over here. You guys can see there's a bust right there, which has a white minifigure head, and no, that's not a skeleton head, even though it looks like it. And then there's you can see there's, it's just out of view. Just pick this up without breaking it, and you see there's a bench right there, and then around the other side, this is where you'll finally know why there was that hole in the wall. So this right here, I don't know if you guys might have, that right there is an elevator, and you can see there's the button for the, yeah, for the, why is this tilted? Just curve. You can see, yes, hairy arms. There's the door with the gold button to take you up. So the final thing that we'll look at is the, this is the auditorium, which, I don't know, what is the best viewing angle? Let's see, I might just go up to as far as I can, and you guys can see where I stand right there. So this, yeah, here's the auditorium. So there's a little place for the mayor, like, to walk up, and you can see there's another one of those shields from right here. It's right down there, and there's a lot of black bricks to make up the seating. And yes, this is a sand base plate, as you guys have probably been able to figure out by now. And let me just, I'll tilt it up a little bit. Let's see, I'll just tilt it up, and you can see it's pretty cool, lots of room. So now let's let's move on to the second floor, but instead of putting the second floor, actually, I'm just gonna, maybe I should have done it all with detail or showing all the detail on the outside first. Let's see, move this back up. So here we go, and I might as well hold it up. So the windows, or each of them have flowers in them, or like, you know what I mean. And then there's a balcony right here, and this, you can see it's really dusty. Comes with no, it does not come with the dust. And then this is where the elevator will come up, and you can push the door open. And if I remember, I'll demo the elevator. And you can see this is actually apparently where the secretary is supposed to sit. You can see there's a letter right there, and there's like, I guess this is I don't know. And there's a little chair there, and there's a cool little rug right here, which, a funny thing, I don't know if you guys can see it, but you guys can see on this piece right there's a kind of like a shiny, there's a line going like that, and that's because I had the piece right there for this tan. So you see this tan piece was here, and every time the door would open, it would scratch. You see, it would kind of go in that way, and I purposely moved it just so it wouldn't scratch on that piece, and I could see it's now, it makes marks on the other piece, or it's already making marks on that piece, which is, I mean, it's okay. I mean, but you guys can see here's the mayor's office right here. And I'll zoom in for you guys. If you guys saw the bookshop video, you remember seeing that painting there. And yeah, and you can see the chair's kind of wobbling a little bit, maybe, I mean, which it is. That's because, yeah, it's on a pivot point, which is right here. It just pivots a little bit, and then there's a gray frog right here, which is a cool piece to get. Just move the light further, and then there's a lamp right here, and then another little seat. And the frog, I think it's supposed to be used as a paperweight. I don't know if there's anything else in here. And he's got a window right here where he can watch he can look down to where the auditorium is. So let me just put this thing on the building. Let me just make it be a little dramatic. Oh, and then one more thing. Actually, there's some things I forgot to say. You can see here's a nice little railing over here, and then there's two buttons this time on the elevator thing, and then there's also this gray grill piece which was on the first floor. And yeah, that is there's two buttons there to say that you can go up and down, which obviously you guys, or I don't know if you guys might have seen that there's a third floor to this set, which, yeah, you can have it so that the third floor is on the the second floor, and vice versa. So let me just, oh yes, kind of broke, but not in a big way, just one piece. So I guess it didn't really break. So let's go to the third floor. All right, so here we go. Here's the outside, and you guys can already see that it looks a little different. Yeah, so we got some flowers in the front right here, and this one's even actually it might, yeah, or actually it's just a little bit smaller in height. I'm comparing it to the building. You guys can't see it obviously. So here we've got you guys first. I'll show you the boring bits first. There's a ladder right there which leads to the roof. You guys can see there's there's two buttons this time, which obviously are actually one will go all the way up to the roof and the other will obviously go down. The balcony or the railing goes on fully, and you guys can see there's a really cool globe piece right there. Which let me just see. You guys can turn it. You can turn it. And here's America, South America, Asia, Australia. I don't know if you can see Antarctica in here. I don't think you can because that's where the piece attaches, and then there's Africa, South America. Probably already mentioned these. So you can see this is where the mayor sits right here. He sits there, and there's a whole desk, or there's a whole it's like a conference room, or there 7 people, or 7 people can sit, or 6 people, or 7 if you're counting where the mayor's gonna sit. But yeah, there's a cool conference table right here. And that is, there's obviously a bunch of windows on the outside. They're right there. Actually, that probably wasn't obvious, but let me zoom out and let me attach this bad boy on the rest of the build. And I remember when I had gotten to the 3rd floor on building this, I'm not even finished, I was like, wow, this thing is huge. This is going to be awesome. So here we go. Here's the final part, which is obviously the roof, which is where the huge clock tower is. So this is where you come up from where either the ladder or the elevator will take you up. And there's these cool skylight pieces, which these are actually made using garage panels, which you get. I've gotten them in 2 other. You get garage panels in 2 other modulars. There's a little. Excuse me. There's a bench right there. And there's also a. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys, about that random cut. So, yeah, I had an alarm just come up on my phone. So, but yeah, there's the ladder, which I don't know if it got out in time. You can't remove it. I mean, no. I take that back. You can remove it, but I don't want to since it's kind of, you have to take off the top here, which I'll just, a little sneak peek. You can see, or actually, I'll just do it here. You guys can see. There's there's a layer of dust where the thing isn't covered. It's kind of funny. Yeah, there's really not any more detail on this part, which, I mean, the interesting thing is, this thing is going to be covered in dust after this. My background. So this thing, because of how many thin pieces of plastic are together, this thing, it's warped a little bit. You can, or I don't know if that's the right word, but you can see it's not and it looks really funny like that, which it annoyed me when I first built the set. But yeah, it's not really something that, I mean, it doesn't really bug me anymore. You can see there's 1891 here, which it actually, when you have it backwards, obviously being 1981, it's actually the birth date of one of the designers, or the designer of the set. And there's a cool printed clock piece, which has come in a few sets, or at least the only other one I know of is the Santa's Workshop set from 2014. Whew. I think, excuse me. And there's cool detail with the white bricks, and then the whole thing has had this terracotta kind of color, or actually I think that this might be a different color. I'm comparing it to the bookshop. I think this is a darker orange, and then there's these arch pieces, and then here we go. Here's the final tower, and you can see there's the whole layer of dust there, and in this you can see there's the bell, which doesn't move sadly, and there's a nice little gold piece right there. You guys can see just about right there. That's pretty much, you can have it anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of this set, or the end of this review, both things. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. It's definitely, I mean, this is something that I could get into temporarily. Obviously, I mean, I'm probably only gonna, have the setup that I have temporarily, because I want to get back to doing schoolwork in this room. So let's see, I'll just I have it there. Let's just have it there. Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This set obviously will be really hard to get if you still want it, but yeah, this set is from 2012. Like it would be really hard to get, and I noticed now that there are pins on both sides. This is from, actually I don't know what building this is from, or it doesn't really matter, right, since they're the same pins. So you see the 2 pins. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.